Crypto Twitter is awash with the rumor of SEC Chairman Gary Gensler resigning from the regulatory agency. Pro-XRP attorney John Deaton commented on the rumors, saying a Gensler resignation of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC decision to appeal the Ripple case has many in the crypto world scratching their heads. Nikolash Du, a CoinDesk journalist, gives light on the case's complexity, while Mr. Huber, a significant player in the crypto community, offers insights into the court ruling's significance. Despite the legal difficulties, Ripple continues to aggressively sell XRP, with considerable monthly sales gains compared to prior years. But what does this signify for XRP's prospects in the future, and how does it relate to the cryptocurrency's turbulent history? According to D, both crypto attorneys and fans are doubting the SEC's choice to appeal the Ripple case. The action has contributed to the continuing legal complication regarding Ripple's coin status. Quite a few crypto lawyers are even saying that the decision itself doesn't really make a lot of sense, Day said. Mr. Huber jumped in, remarking that, despite the contentious appeal, the court verdict revealed a silver lining. XRP was not declared a security. Market participants were relieved by this clarification. Despite the legal wrangling, Ripple has continued to aggressively sell XRP. Surprisingly, the firm has sold a remarkable 2.22 billion XRP since the beginning of 2023, a huge rise over the previous year's 200 million monthly sales. Mr. Huber informed XRP aficionados that, contrary to their fears, these big purchases were absorbed by a different population. XRP outperformed the market despite a significant amount of sales, which is impressive. Back in 2017, XRP holders were on a wild journey with incredible highs and gut-wrenching lows. The launch of Ripple's escrow feature resulted in a 400x increase in the value of XRP, only to be followed by a stunning 60 drop the following day. This was only the start of a series of erratic fluctuations that left investors on edge. Investors who were able to precisely time in their deals enjoyed excellent returns, with XRP soaring by a whopping 1,200 by the end of 2017. However, because of the market's extraordinary volatility, it was critical to have a plan in place to safeguard gains and weather the storm. Only those who invested for short-term gains would have reaped the benefits. Unfortunately, the majority of traders lack a plan. Following Judge Torres's favorable verdict, the XRP price has been steadily rising, enabling the cryptocurrency to clinch its place among the world's top 4 biggest cryptocurrencies. Despite recent accomplishments, economists caution that the current rising trend may be fleeting. Market indicators are reflecting a pessimistic attitude, indicating that XRP has a difficult road ahead. The cryptocurrency world, and notably XRP backers, is in an uproar over a commentary written by Charles Gasparino for the New York Post. Gasparino questioned the judgment made by Judge Anelisa Torres on XRP and the firm that uses the currency, Ripple Labs, in his article. The decision in the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC case against Ripple is at the heart of the debate. According to the SEC, XRP is a security that must be regulated by the agency. However, Ripple maintains that XRP should be seen and used as a currency and not as securities. Contrary to the SEC's accusations, Judge Torres ruled that XRP is not a security and the matter is now closed. Many people now see Bitcoin regulation as something that falls beyond the scope of the SEC. CryptoLaw's founder and attorney, John Deaton, rushed to Twitter to express his approval with Judge Torres's ruling and to talk out his own legal fights with the SEC over the agency's treatment of cryptocurrencies in general and XRP in particular. Deaton blasted the case's atmosphere of tribalism and echo chamber politics, and he blasted the SEC for its asymmetrical approach to various cryptocurrencies. Deaton claims that the SEC's approach to cryptocurrency regulation has been inconsistent, citing the fact that Ethereum, another major cryptocurrency, has been granted a regulatory free pass in the past, while XRP has been subjected to intensive scrutiny. Despite objections alleging the judgment defies the policy reasons underlying the 1934 Securities Act, Deaton praised Judge Torres's finding, saying that she made the proper conclusion. He speaks highly of the judge's background and experience, claiming that the SEC would need more than luck to reverse her ruling on appeal. Meanwhile, attorney and Metal Almond founder James A. Murphy tweeted in response to Gasparino's post, calling out the writer for making baseless accusations against Judge Torres. He supported Judge Torres' decision and said that Gasparino had overlooked an important difference between stocks and cryptocurrency tokens. Many people who engage in the cryptocurrency market hope to one day amass a fortune. The difference between XRP and Bitcoin is enormous when considering the number of tokens one would need to become a billionaire. Investors who want to become millionaires with XRP should know that doing so requires a substantial outlay of capital. However, because of XRP's lower pricing in comparison to Bitcoin, investors may buy a larger quantity of tokens with a smaller investment. Bitcoin now has a greater value than XRP. With this in mind, would be multi-millionaires who want to invest in XRP may amass a sizable amount of tokens, making millionaire status a more feasible goal. However, it might take a greater initial investment in Bitcoin to get the same result. However, there are dangers associated with this investment, as there are with any. Cryptocurrency markets are notorious for their volatility and frequent price swings. Before putting their money into any digital asset, investors should proceed with care and do extensive study. The investor's risk tolerance and investing objectives are other important considerations. The best route to financial security for one investor may not work for another. Successfully managing the Bitcoin market also involves thinking about the long term and diversifying one's financial portfolio. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, just issued a public statement stating that Judge Annalisa Torres erred in her judgment in favor of Ripple and XRP last week, signaling its intention to appeal the verdict. Judge Torres determined last week that about half of Ripple's XRP sales over the years are not investment contracts. According to the SEC's recent allegation, the ruling has given other defendants battling in similar cases hope. As previously reported by TimesTabloid, the legal team defending Terraform Labs and Do Kwon, the creator of the collapsed Terra blockchain, referenced Ripple and XRP's recent success against the SEC to bolster their effort to dismiss the regulatory agency's case over Terra's collapse. As previously stated in a tweet, James Key Phelan, a defense lawyer and former federal prosecutor, SEC is presently exploring a review of the historic XRP triumph. Do Kwon, the imprisoned Terraform Labs co-founder, is one of the defendants seeking to use Torres' ruling to circumvent the securities regulator. In a lawsuit filed in Manhattan federal court in February, the SEC accused Kwon with fraud and other legal offenses. The SEC said in its statement that the judge in Kwon's case should not consider the Ripple case as precedent. Torres' ruling, according to the agency, adds unfounded requirements to determining whether an asset is a security, which would lead to an appeal of the verdict. According to the SEC legal staff, the conclusion was impossible to reconcile with all of these core securities law principles. When discussing the SEC's prospective court appeal over XRP's classification as a non-security, one of the XRP community's most ardent legal defenders, John Deaton, did not mince words. According to Deaton, the SEC will lose on appeal if they appeal it. The possibility of the SEC taking the case to the U.S. Court of Appeals was raised today as the securities regulator filed a brief detailing the recently finished Ripple versus SEC case. The SEC said in the paper that it is considering the various available avenues for further review and intends to recommend that the SEC seek such review. The aforementioned document is connected to the current SEC litigation against the defunct Terraform Labs, which includes its controversial founder, Do Kwon.